welcome back to Christy's Cooking Channel. Today I'm going to be making a humongous cinnamon roll. As always, I use the bread machine to make my dough. I went ahead and lightly sprayed the cutting board, and I'm going to spray my gloves. I let it sit with the plastic wrap for about 10 minutes when it came out of the bread machine. I'm just going to roll this dough out as large as I can get it. Okay, just like any other cinnamon roll, I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of butter that's been melted. And I have a cup of brown sugar with 2½ tablespoons of ground cinnamon that I've mixed in. I'm going to add to it. Alright, just going to go ahead and roll it up. Okay, I have a 14-inch pizza pan here. I'm just going to place the cinnamon roll on. Try to. Okay, like that. Looks funny now, I know. Okay, now I'm going to take a little paring knife and I'm going to just split the top because I want it to kind of look like a cinnamon roll when it rises. Again, this is an experiment. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to see. I'm thinking when it puffs up, it'll work, but I could be wrong. It's going to keep coming out for now. Alright, when it opens up and puffs up, I'm thinking it'll look more like a cinnamon roll. Regardless, it's going to be good. Okay, and I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap and let it rise. It might take an hour or longer. Okay, so let it rise for about 1.5 hours. I probably could let it rise a little bit more, but I think it's big enough. I think I accidentally made a kringle because that's what it looks like. So maybe it was an experiment gone wrong, but either way, it's still going to be delicious. And I've got the oven preheating at 400 degrees. I'm going to bake it for about 20 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. Okay, so I ended up baking it for 15 minutes. I think 400 degrees is a little too high for such a large roll. I should have put it at 350 because it started to get brown a little too fast. But other than that, 15 minutes was perfect. Like I said earlier, I think I made more of a kringle, or what I call a kringle, what it looks like. I did make some cream cheese icing, and I just put it in a Ziploc bag, a gallon size, in a mason jar and filled it up. I'm going to pipe it on there once it cools off a little bit. Okay, now like always, I'll have the full recipe in the description box. I'm going to go ahead and ice it. Maybe it'll look more like a cinnamon roll. And of course, I did not let it cool like I should. And this is a cream cheese icing. It's not the prettiest cinnamon roll I ever made by any means. But it smells delicious, and I'm pretty sure it'll taste delicious. I just used the offset spatula just to kind of hide the ugliness, I guess you can say. You can always hide your mistakes with icing or frosting. Alright, I'm going to cut into it and see how it looks. Looks good. It smells delicious. Alright, now I make cinnamon rolls pretty often, but this is the first time I made one big one. I would love to be able to roll it out much longer and make large cinnamon rolls, like individual ones, but I just don't have the space, so I figured I'd try this route just to see how it turned out. Let me give it a try. It's so delicious. You gotta try this recipe. I figured this cinnamon roll would be a nice addition to my huge food playlist, so I figured why not try it. It turned out great. Of course, it didn't look the way I wanted it to, but other than that, I loved it. So there you have it. Thanks a lot.